how you monetize on TikTok?
Yeah, so that's a really great question. That's a question a lot of people have, right?
Mm-hmm.
There's multiple ways to monetize on TikTok. So, one is the traditional method within the app itself, and that is by going live on the app. So, when somebody comes to TikTok and they grow their account, you need to have 1,000 followers before you can go live. Okay.
Okay.
That might seem a little bit daunting to some people. Getting to 1,000 followers is actually pretty easy. So
Mm-hmm.
once you get to that level, you're able to go live and start building an audience, and your audience can send you gifts within the live. So just like we're live right now on yours, if
Mm-hmm.
people were watching and wanted to send us gifts for our time and what we're talking about, they'd be able to send that and be able to monetize. So there's people making money on there. The second thing is just like YouTube, how YouTube pays per view for videos once you reach the YouTube creative, once you reach those thresholds, TikTok has that as well. You have to have 10,000 followers, so it's a little bit higher. But again, 10,000 is not that hard to grow on TikTok.
Okay.
Once you reach that, you can get into the creative uh, fund, so that where you can be paid off of your views that you're getting. So those are the in the app ways of getting monetized. But outside of the app is where people monetize more. So there's a lot of creators or even entrepreneurs who are doing brand deals, so working
Mm-hmm.
with brand partners or collaborating with other people, and they're able to monetize that and get work. But for entrepreneurs, small businesses or other businesses are able to bring and showcase their what they're doing, and are able to monetize by driving traffic to their websites, sales. It's like a funnel system. So
Mm-hmm.
that's probably where I see most people having the success on TikTok, is sending people to the outside sources to be able to monetize their channel. And you could do that from day one. So there's lots of different ways.
Okay, great. So, what should I take into account when starting my strategy in TikTok?
Yeah, so the cool thing about TikTok is a lot of people overthink things, right?
Okay.
So coming to other social medias or starting a business, a lot of people look at social media like a business where they have to strategize and come up with a plan. On TikTok, it's not like that. The only thing you really need to plan is, okay, what am I going to talk about, and come up with some sort of idea. The best way you could do it is, I actually had a guest on my show and he gave me this really simple tip: is come up with the 10 topics that you love to talk about the most, that you're really passionate about, you're good about. Then break those 10 topics down into 10 separate videos. So now you have 100 content pieces that you can come to TikTok with. The
Okay.
best thing about it as well is, unlike your business where you have to really niche down and figure out, where your target is, on TikTok there's a lot of room for experimenting. So if you were to come brand new to the app, I suggest consuming first, seeing how people work really well,
Okay.
right? How what's working well, and then figuring out how can you bring the information that you know to TikTok and make
Mhm.
videos on that. But don't overthink it. Honestly, have fun with it and just show up. There's so much room for experimenting on that app.
Yeah. Yeah,
So
I think, yeah, you're right. So, what should I take into account when making my video?
when making it, so the best thing to do is be as authentic as possible. Do
Okay.
not worry about all the production quality studio thing. The best thing that I would suggest is a good lighting is probably the only key thing that you really have to have. And if you don't have any ring lights of sorts, use a natural window source. Other
Yeah.
than that, you just have to show up as you are. You don't have to overthink it. Just speak your story or share your message. And there's many different things that you can do within it as well. You can use the sound features on TikTok and do something fun and creative. But if you are going to tell your story, don't try to be too much with it. Just speak
Okay.
it how you would to a friend. That's how I suggest using TikTok.
Okay, wonderful. So, how does the algorithm work in TikTok?
Yeah, so that's a really good question. A lot of people wonder what that is. This is the best way for me to explain it is this. The algorithm is a like-based interest algorithm. So unlike other platforms like LinkedIn, Facebook, um, Instagram, those platforms are the algorithm is really based off of what we like, but also a mixture of what our friends or our connections like, right?
Mhm. Mhm.
But if you think about it, sometimes the things we see on our feeds on those channels are not really important to us. So we scroll past them. It's kind of boring to us. It's not, it doesn't capture us. So
Mhm.
what TikTok did was create an algorithm that is based on only us. That does not matter who we're following
Mhm.
or who we like. Those people's interests will not dictate our algorithm or our feed, right? So why does that work is the algorithm is geared so every video you have that you see you enjoy, keeps you on the app longer.
Mhm.
Now, how is this good for business? The algorithm also, like when you're creating videos for your business, it's going to push it to only those who enjoyed that content
Mhm.
versus just two random people that's not going to. So it's going to be really targeted. And that's why businesses are having so much success for free, because it's so organic and it's getting pushed to the right people. So they cracked what, once they put that algorithm in place, that is why I believe the app has had so much success.
Okay. Okay, great. Fantastic. So, in your opinion, at what point do you consider we should pay for digital advertising in TikTok?
When should you pay?
Mm-hmm.
So right now the advertising space on TikTok is limited, right? You have to apply to be put into that category. The fees for ads on there are quite significant, more than you could on the other apps. Right now, I think that they're looking to do is working with more of these Fortune 500 companies and figuring out the best solution of putting ads in the space. So that way it's not overrun by advertising right now for the consumers.
Mm-hmm.
So, but what I would suggest is this: a lot of people are not getting accepted into that if they don't have the qualifying amounts to spend. So, but you can still create advertising organically, and a lot of people are using influencer marketing for
Mm-hmm.
that solution as well. If they want to reach more people, they're reaching out to large influencers. That's what my agency does,
Uh-huh.
is and works with those companies to be able to reach an audience. But I think that the advertising space is going to, slowly open up more. And from what I've heard from people who are able to be in that, is they're seeing bigger ROIs, and reaching the better audiences than they have on Facebook, and actually spending less in the long run as well.